Hi. So until I finish my next book and I talk about that, I thought I will talk a little bit about the other kind of pressure that I've put on myself, which is, finishing up all the empty stationery. I mean, writing into all the empty stationery that I had bought or that was gifted to me. So I haven't. I mean, I've started writing something, but not written in everything. But I just wanted to show some of the pretty stationery that was gifted to me. So this is something that my friend's daughters, aged 7, they are twins. They gifted me this, and it's so lovely. I like that all the ornamentation, and it's a very pretty green. I don't know what you call this green, but I love glitter, and I like that there are empty pages. From my experience, these pens don't really work very well, but that's okay. I mean, it's just a nice little thing to keep this loop. So there is this that I need to finish. Then there is this book. It's a diary. It's a regular diary, but I don't know. It's got some. I mean, it begins with. Can you see? Okay, I guess you can't. But it begins with having something that is called personal data, which has stuff like passport number and ID card numbers. It's quite useless. But it's kind of like no nonsense, a regular ruled book. But what I really liked, I got this off Amazon. What I really liked was that it's plain black. It's got a little bit of gold. It gives the impression that there is, that there is some pen that you have inside, but there's no pen, and that the marker is a two. I mean, it's got two parts. It's black and white, which is nice. I don't know. I like the touch of having a black and white marker. Now the other pressure is, which I just found out. I was clearing out my table and I found a whole lot of stuff that I had since school or college, which is like going back, I don't know, 20 years or so. But I haven't finished. But I still found it sweet, so I've kept this. One is this. It's some like letter pad with envelopes. So I was wondering if I should gift this to my friends' daughters, the ones who had gifted me this very pretty diary, but they have a lot of stationery of their own. And so I don't know who I'll be writing to, but I have friends who are writers, and somebody who would appreciate a handwritten letter maybe. Then there is this, and ordinarily I would have thrown this, but this, okay, these really go way back. I studied in St. Xavier's. I studied sociology, and we had a ton of stuff to read and write and do a whole lot of papers, okay, research papers, thesis, etc. And I went to St. Xavier's College, which is located in a part of town in Bombay, which is close to a very, very happening paper market. And at that time, at least, there were all these small shops that sold paper by the kilos, and there were all these different kinds of papers. And I used to get a budget to spend on stationery and stuff, and since I had to travel very far from work and also eat in the canteen and also watch English movies and eat caramel popcorn when it was just out, I had very little to spend on stationery, even though I would have loved to splurge. This was the cheapest, but it's like really long. It's really long. So, sometimes we would have to cut this, or we would have to fold this paper, cut it off, and then like make lines and all that and fill it in. And then this is from school. This I think was geography. I can't believe I'm getting confused between those two subjects, but But I remember a lot of graphs and stuff being made here, but I also remember this being used in a biology class, and for the life of me I don't really remember why we had to draw flowers and then dissect them, I mean on paper at least, and do some kind of like calculation of flower petals. There's a reason I chose sociology, clearly, I mean, because calculating flower petals and all is not my scene. So there is all of this that I want to finish. Okay, so there's that. But there is a project that I've started on, and which is on a sheet of papers that's like this. I just tore it off, other diaries that I had not yet finished. But now what I intend to do with this, and this is an exercise that I used to do in college, or actually late in my 8th, 9th, 10th, and then in my first and second year of college. And a teacher of mine had basically said that, towards the end of the year, around December 25th onwards, you write out your life story. You write out whatever you think about your life until that point in time, whatever you think about yourself until that point in time, and then on New Year's Eve you burn it. So this was an exercise that we were given, we had to do within like 3-4 days. So we had like the stock of the whole year to think about. But I have started this in September because I'm procrastinating so much on a whole lot of things. I thought I could use the extra time. Oh, there is one more diary that I love. Okay, I'll just show you. There's a place called Malacca Spice in Pune, and it's got great food. They have like I think they serve Thai, Vietnamese, no, Thai food, that kind of stuff. But they also have a very strong art quotient. They promote artists and all that. And there was this one particular shop they have in Koregaon Park in Pune, where they sell interesting stationery, and I loved this diary. So it has, I mean, it doesn't really, it's not a diary you want to write in, because it's got very interesting photographs. And look at this, so sweet. I mean, do you want to write over here? I don't think so. But it's so pretty. It is so pretty, and it's got very interesting layouts, like this. It's I think it's called a Dutch window. This kind of a layout, where you have something in half and then flips over like that, and you can like tear it out, and they have these artworks that are presented here, and then they give you a little bit of detail about the artist and the medium and all that. It is so nice, and they have a little very neatly printed calendar, but most importantly the pictures, they are just so glorious. I don't know what I want to do with that. I'd started doing a couple of things. I started writing some mundane things, and I don't mind doing that because okay, now it has this photograph of this kid under a kettle that's tied to a bamboo pole, and it says, if you yelled for 8 years, 7 months and 6 days, you would have produced enough sound energy to heat 1 cup of coffee. Okay. So there is all of this that I want to write in, and I think I will get to this after I finish reading that book. But this is the exercise of writing my life story as I understand it. This is something that I intend to finish. No fancy stationery here, but when you have to tackle unfinished business, you do it with something ordinary, but something that gets the job done. Thank you.